a wonderful, rich nose. Welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Lüning, Horst Lüning. I'm the master taster of Whisky.com, and today we have the Highland Park Ice here on my cask. And there had been a presentation of the Highland Park Ice in Munich. And Ben did an interview with the brand ambassador of Highland Park, Mr. Mark Watson. And there's a video online on Whisky.com where you can see this, introduction to this new ice expression from Artback. And you can see this is a little iceberg showing up on the water, and most of it is buried below the surface. And with this tasting, or with this introduction of the Highland Park Ice, accompanied by a tasting in Munich, there was a box with a sample of the ice, and I'm happy I received such a box. Thank you very much to the distributor. And in this box was a Highland Park glass, which I will not use for tasting this whiskey, because I will have a comparison to the other whiskies I taste here, so I use my normal glass. And a small sample, which is really, really small. Others give bigger ones, yeah. But as I said, I'm happy that I received such a small sample because I had no time to visit the introduction of the ice. There's a video online about the Odin, where Mr. Mark Watson also held his speech, and I did a video with my my smartphone, so the quality is not that good, but I'm happy I have that video online. The ice comes in a huge box. Here's the box, and unfortunately it's smashed, but the bottle and the oak covering did not break. Then there is a cover in this, the hole for the cork. And if you unpack this, you receive this one. And there's a small paper in, said packed by 2034. So I'm afraid 2034, you did not do a good job. The outside box was harmed. It's not his problem or her problem, because the box, I think, was on the pallet and was strapped, and with this they broke it. The boxes, as the others were, from the covering here is from oak, and there's a magnet in where you can open it and take the bottle out. It's a wonderful piece of wooden work. Wonderful, in the shape of a mountain, of an icy mountain. The bottle itself is blue, with a cork and a wooden stopper, and engravings with the Highland Park emblem, and this is shiny, looking like ice. And on it said Highland Park Ice Edition, aged 17 years, alcohol 53.9, 700 milliliters. And I heard rumors that there will be a fire edition. And if I think at fire and ice, and in Munich, I always think of Willy Bogner, and he has the registered trademark of fire and ice. So I think this is ice, and then there is fire, and there's no problem with the trademark of fire and ice. And I think fire and ice is a trademark only on clothing. Yeah, I think so. There's a small leaflet in the box as well, in blue, icy, shining. Some things are written in here. Ice Edition. Highland Park is proud to release Ice Edition, a special bottling with delves into the world of classic Norse mythology. as the Odin and the gods of the Vikings were as well In 2015, the last one appeared. This stunning expression celebrates the Viking roots of our Orkney Islands home, where their influence and culture were woven for hundreds of years before a single malt Scotch whisky was created. Well, the islands were gave, I think, as a gift to the Scots with a princess which was married to a Scots king. I don't know which one it was. Ice Edition will follow by Fire Edition. Here are the rumors. In 2017, the series builds from a recent Valhalla Collection, which championed the stories of 4 legend gods, Thor, Loki, Freya, and Odin, who were to be found in Asgard. The ice realm Nilfheim. Nilfheim was one of 9 worlds in Norse mythology. Yes, please. The ice giants. According to Norse myth, while the evil Ymir giant slept, he gave birth to his family called Joduns, a race of ice giants with superhuman powers. Each giant was said to be 20 to 30 feet in height and, along with the fire giants, were involved in continuous battle against the gods of Asgard and Vanir. This shows an ice giant. There. And the snow mountains. And there's some impression of the Northie. The creation of the earth, the packaging. Highland Park Ice Edition is specially released by only 30,000 bottles. In blue colored glass reflecting dazzling and glittering ice, the bottle shape has been designed especially to evoke the distinct sharpness and coolness of the ice realm. The bottle is encased in a stunning mountain-shaped oak wood cradle with accompanying wood stopper. The exquisite circle design on the glass represents the circle of life. This one. The circle of life. The creation of the world, protected by a serpent, a mythical creature central to classic Norse mythology. Tasting notes. Very good. Color. Naturally radiant and vivid in color, glacial mirror-like brightness. So this one is not colored, and as you can see, it's really light in color. It's not gold, it's lighter than gold, it's white wine. And this shows that the casks were not all first fill ex-bourbon casks. They are refill in as well. And I wonder where those casks come from. There had been an 18-year-old Highland Park on the market, which was quite short in supply in 2014 and 15. And probably they were short on sherry casks, and therefore they kept back this 16-year-old ex-bourbon cask as well. And well, now they matured to 17 years, and now they bottled 30,000 of them neat, without the addition of a sherry cask whiskey, and this brought the ice to life. And I think the fire whiskey will be darker, glowing, and will contain sherry cask as well. Nose. Intense aromas of cool, fresh pineapple and ripe mango sorbet come to life in this celebration of glacial character. Silvery shades of smoke. There's a smoky note in it. There are some of the Gods series, the Valhalla series, had been smoky, some were not. Shades of smoke give way to the frosty kick of root ginger. In the nose, root ginger in the nose. Typically, if I smell on ginger, there's not much on it. Typically, this belongs to the palate. Palate. Like the ice giants themselves, the palate is powerful, yet mellifluous. I have no idea what these words mean. Yeah. In true Highland, there's a translation of the press release. In true Highland Park style, the combination of a silvery, misty peat smoke is intertwined with pearlescent vanilla seeds, and overtones of molten orris root. Orris root, I looked that up. It's a small blue flower and the roots of the... I never had the chance to even have a hint how that smells. Yeah. Beautifully balanced, the creamy, rich, oily finish snowballs into long lingering woodiness and dry, feverish spices, providing a scintillating and harmonious whiskey to savor. And in the press release it was said, drink it, well, neat or on ice. And no, please, do not savor it on ice. Just have it neat or add a little splash of water. And I had the first part of this small sample just a few minutes ago, and I decided not to dilute it again for this second sip because it was quite light after adding water. It was extremely good, but it was quite light, so I think that there will be a more impressive tasting now without water. A wonderful, rich nose, a lot of vanilla and pineapple, fresh cut pineapple, and sweetness. Sweetness like overripe peaches, or no, not peaches, nectarines. And this might be this mango character they mentioned, but I eat a lot of mangoes. I like them very, very much, and this is a little bit off from mango. It's more nectarine. And of course, there's this smoky note, but this smoky note is quite light. It's distinct there, yes, but it's quite light. And I'm afraid I'm not able to smell ginger. Yeah. And this pineapple is quite strong, mixed with vanilla. So there must be a few first fill experiment cask as well in this release. Yeah. Spiciness kicks in quite hard. And it's spreading in my mouth. A wonderful warm welcome. And in the beginning it was a little bit too strong. There was an alcoholic note which is away just now. And it's full. It's strong. It's mouth covering. It's not mouth watering, no, but you have a real impact in your mouth. And this shows 17 years in ex-American white oak cask, brings a lot of spiciness but no bitterness. The aftertaste is wonderful. A little sweetness in. And it's creamy. There's an oiliness in my mouth. A little drier. And it's very harmonic. It was a wonderful nose, an intense, impressive taste, and a wonderful, complex, and in the end, smooth aftertaste. So this is a real good one. And it was so much more of taste than before with the water. So I have to look if it's the ABV or if it was the first time I had it in my mouth and now the second time. Yeah, I don't know. It's lighter, the fresh pineapple still there. Smokiness mixes with vanilla. much smoother. The spiciness still there, but much smoother. So diluting it down to 48, 50 is no bad idea. But if you want to have a kick, a real spicy kick, then try it neat. So probably the first one with a little water, just bring it down below 50. And then the second one, more intense, just neat. After that, wonderful. A 17-year-old Highland Park, how much would you pay for that? Well, the 18-year-old with a big amount of sherry cask in it, well, goes for well below 100. The official selling price is, well, $250. Yeah. But the street price would be much higher because the amount of bottles is limited to 30,000, and in some countries there will be only a few bottles available, and the run on those bottles will be enormous. And I'm very unhappy that these prices are that high. Which one to choose instead? Well, there are some bottlings out there without sherry cask influence as well, which do not reach these fruitiness and intenseness of this whiskey, but bring you halfway, 60% of the way to this wonderful ice bottle. Thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned, there's more to come, and feel free, as always, and add your comments to our whiskey database on Whisky.com.